What is up, everybody? It is I. It is I, your host with the most. I am Ben, back with that damn figure show. And today I have something I've been promising for a long time. And I decided to get my ass off the couch and set this up. Been sick for a couple of days. Got the vid earlier. Feeling great now. So all is well in the world. So I'm going to start cranking these videos out. Now these are 124 scale figures. These are from the Hexa Gear line, and as you can see here, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger and Brad Pitt. No, I'm kidding, obviously, but if you look at their head sculpt, that's clearly like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, and to my left, this is clearly Dutch Schaefer from Predator. Now, as you can see here, I do have a small paint job, a custom job on this. I didn't really customize these too much except for painting their guns. These are Hexa Gear's Early Governors Volume 4 and 5, and they look great. This is the figure that got me into getting 124 scale stuff in the first place. They're hella small. Wait to the size comparison to see how these guys look. They both come with the exact accessories, the same amount of hands, the same exact hands, just different, tanned and untanned, and then we also have the same weapon. So everything I show you, it's for both of them, okay? So let's go to the accessories first. So they both have, a bunch of hands. They have grabby hands for their weapons. So you can see they have one for a cigar. You can have that as anything you want him to smoke. I know some of my viewers are on the ganj. And then we have his hands as well, just in case you want to see them. I did try painting one. It's a cigarette. All right. They both come with the exact same stuff. I'm going to show you the nicer painted gun and the nicer painted knife. So this is the knife. They both come with the exact same knife. I just painted mine. They're like a dull gray or dull bronze when they're out of the package. I think he has the dull, like his boots. The color of this was like his boots. And the color of Dutch's gun, they both come with the same gun, but it was the same as his boots as well, which is like a dull gray. All right, yeah. That's done with the handgun. They both have this automatic gun. Oh, this is the original color. I didn't bother painting this. As a matter of fact, this is the one that actually, it's funny because this comes with, both figures, but it's not for them to hold. You could get them to hold, but if you see here, there's a peg on the other side right there. And that's so you could put it on one of the other governors that you have that has a bunch of accessories that you could put on them. Oh, and let me just say right off the bat, big shout out to EM Hobbies. I love that guy. That guy's amazing. I think that's his second to last video. I commented on how I have a bunch of these 124 stuff and I'm just sitting on them and just haven't got up to record them. He was like, get recording. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. That guy's fantastic. Please follow that guy as well. He's amazing and very, very, very friendly. So along with that, let's continue. They both come, I don't know what these guns are called, but I like them a lot. Oops, I dropped one. So it's exactly the same. One's painted, one's not painted. Actually, I did paint this one. Just the handle's not painted and the cartridge is not painted. I love gunmetal's my favorite paint to use. I use the Gundam marker one. We also have, I lost the other one right when I was making this video. It dropped somewhere, but this is their rifle. They both come with this and it's amazing. And that's it for they come with more stuff. They come with accessories that goes on their clothes, but it doesn't go on them. It goes on the other governors that you could put on them. They have pegs, they have an unholstered gun pack, one with holstered and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff. The knife, unholstered and holstered. They come with all that stuff that you could put on. I really love when they come with stuff that you can change up your figures with, make it your own. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the articulation. I want to go with him since he was a guest on several of my reviews for my Predators, and the only thing I did to him was I changed the paint. This was kind of difficult to do because it's a real. You could kind of see the original. Oh, let me do the spread. You kind of see the original paint in his ball bag area. But yeah, this was a little difficult to do. The paint didn't really want to stick. I had to do a lot. I'm not good at that. I'm new to it rather. And from what I understand, I just didn't primer it, and that's why the paint wasn't sticking. So I will be getting some primer paint for my models that I have. So this is how his articulation is. He could make perfect T-pose. He could actually go past the T-pose. He could do the Triple H if you want him to. I don't think he looks all up that high, kinda, but then you see, so yeah, you got the Triple H going. All right, and this is definitely Dutch. You could tell that they didn't even try. This is definitely Dutch. And EM said on his last video, he did the other governor though with the white armor, which looks amazing, the version 1. That the joints of these figures over time would deteriorate, and that is true. It didn't happen yet to mine, but I can tell. I'm a little bit of a brute with some of these things, so as I was putting that joint, you could kind of see right there where you could tell that over time that ball joint is just gonna wither away. Either that's gonna wither away or the plastic on the tie is gonna wither away. I'll deal with that when I when that comes around. But that's the only thing about these figures. I do hear that the more recent ones are a better quality plastic, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I see that that's going to happen no matter what. That happens with all figures over time. Just take care of your stuff, guys. So yeah, let's continue. He could kick out about that high, which is not bad. He has only one joint at the knee, which is not bad at all. Actually, for one joint, he has foot articulation, and he has this little swivel side to side thingy. Doesn't have toe because they're small. I don't know if they could really pull. I think some of them have it, but I don't know if you could pull that off. I don't think it's necessary at this level. Let's see, they could get well past 90. For the armband. Look at those forearms. Look at that. That's definitely Arnold. Brad Pitt wishes he was that big. His figure is just as big. It's the same exact sculpt. Just they gave him a Brad Pitt head. And now these figures, I didn't put mines with this, but they come with a different back piece for the Hexa Gear hole that to go in there, so you can put them on their stands. I don't have any of the stands, but I do plan on getting some for that, so we will see that in the near future. So I really do want to get into these more. I have a bunch. I have about like 9 of them. So I do want to get into them, but I really would like to paint them more. Like this guy, I just painted the belt. Like that's the belt. It's not like that. I painted the belt, but I didn't do anything else because I actually like this color. I also don't like how glossy they are, so I might get like a matte clear spray and just spray this guy because I don't like him like Beach Boy Sunny. I mean like shiny like that, like a gloss, like a glazed donut. I don't like that. But yeah, everyone, this is how these figures look, and they're amazing, and they're very teeny, and we're gonna get into that right now with the size comparison. I'm gonna move this brutality out of the way, and we're gonna get into it. Let's start with regular 1/18 scale stuff. We're gonna go with Hiya Toys RoboCop. I think he's a good representation of 1/18 scale, and he is a monster compared to these guys. Just gigantic. But as you can see, the detail, it's amazing the detail they get out of these smaller figures. It's amazing. It really, really, really is amazing. With that being said, too, I'm gonna get the recent addition to the That Damn Figure Show family. I get Joker. Joker doesn't, I don't know if I could get him to stand that well, but I'll put Joker in here as well. He's a little smaller than Murphy. And he has his little kitchen knife on. Don't know if he's gonna stand today, boys and girls, but we shall try. I'll just put him against the wall. You can see it from there. Well, I'll just hold it right here. As you can see here, it's ginormous. 124 scale versus 118 scale. And you know what? Sometimes this is actually pretty good. Like, there is this awesome fucking, excuse my language, but there's this awesome figure coming out for Hexa Gear, and he's a villain. He looks like Bane. I'm gonna say he's their Bane. He reminds me of Vulcan Raven from the Metal Gear series, and he's coming out this month, as a matter of fact. He was supposed to come out in December, but something happened, I don't know. But he has a regular sized figure like this, just wider, but then they reissued him and they made him like 4 inches to make him like a true monster. So that looks hot. I really like when you have imposing figures like that. But I'm jabbering on. Let's continue with the size comparison. Sometimes that's actually going to look nice. This doesn't, you know, they're not supposed to scale. So 124th and 118. But I just want to show everyone how tiny they are. It's like, they're really, really small, but like, look, if you painted these guys, if you're a talented painter, you can make these Hexa Gear guys look just as good or even better than, you know, Joy Toy or Acid Rain or, you know, equal. It looks amazing. Looks amazing. But yeah, this is how they scale together. All right. Now we're going to move on to what I like about this. Now, I am going to do this in the future, but I'm gonna I've said this before and I'm gonna do it. You'll see it in the photo collage. I'm gonna do my Hexa Gear versus the Predators, Hiya Toys Predators, but I'm not gonna use this guy. This is the Crucified Predator. Love it. He's one of the best releases that we got so far. Well, they're all really good, but I really, really, really like this one. We also have the most recent molds of sculpts of the Predators from AVP, Alien vs. Predator, and I know he could stand right because I had him standing on the side. But yeah, look, he's ginormous. They're just gigantic next to these guys. This is creepy. Imagine if the Predators were that big. But I'm doing this for this second to last one that I'm going to use. Now, I think the original first release Predators look cool next to these guys, like giant-sized Predators. My imagination is going crazy for this right here. I like the way that looks. Yes, it's not the same scale at all, but in my imagination, I was like, oh, this will be cool to see how the Hexa Gear, you know, people would deal with a Predator, like a gigantic ass Predator. You could use any of the first release. Hey, hell, you could do whatever you want. It's your imagination. You could use the newer ones too, just having that they're just bulkier guys after these guys. But yeah, like, I've been having fun on Facebook. I put like pictures of the Predator holding Dutch up. It's really, really fun to do. Oh, and before I go, two things before I go. I'm gonna show you another 124 scale, which I'm gonna be doing videos of as well. And this is the Shinobi Oni Flame from number 57, Sentinel. The company is called Sentinel 57, I believe. I think so. Yeah, number 57 Armored Puppets. And this is how they look. They're a little wider than your standard Hexa Gears. These guys match, but as you can see, the legs are longer, the arms are a little longer as well. They're just, you know, they're robots. But yeah, this is really, really cool. And just before I go, I wanted to show you guys if some of the weapons from your Joy Toy figures couldn't work on some of these guys. I'm gonna get his gun holding hands. Just bear with me, I'll give you something to look at. Brad Pitt right there. while I do this. But yeah, some of the so for the Sky Cavalries, I forgot one of them comes with like like a Gatling gun, and you can use that on these figures too because their hands are really good for holding some of their guns that don't have like that little, finger holster. So I'm gonna show you guys here. I'll show you the gun I'm talking about specifically, and right off the bat, you probably could understand what I'm gonna do. All right. Excuse me, I'm still sniffly from being sick, but don't mind me. But yeah, everyone, look at this. You could definitely, and this reminds me of that scene in Predator where Dutch picks up his boy's weapon and starts shooting into the forest, trying to clip the Predator. Now he can't stand. I've got him to stand before. Just bear with me. Yeah, there you go. Bam! Look at that. Look at that, everybody. Tell me that don't look nice. So yeah, these weapons like these, you could definitely make it work. Some of them are really, really good. Stina and Hermione's weapons, if you clip the loop on the holster off, on the trigger that's around the trigger, you can have these guys hold their weapons as well. And the Bounty Hunter, one of the earlier Joy Toy figures, has a nice gun as well that doesn't have that loop around the trigger finger. And if you get rid of that, they can hold these, and that looks amazing, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is the first Hexa Gear review. Stay tuned for more. We're gonna have more 124 scale versus 118 stuff. And also, I hope you guys like the video collage that's going to happen with the Predator versus Hexa Gear. Enjoy, my peeps. This is your host with the most, out.